What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 11, episode 7. So we start the episode off. We see Portia done visited Dennis at work, honey, and he didn't put her ass on the grill, okay? And she said she just trying to get some brownie points with her future mother-in-law. Even called the man her husband. Said, when I show up to my husband's job. I said, oh, my husband's job. But she corrected herself. But, and let me tell you something. Portia is not, let me tell you something. I ain't mad at you, Portia. I ain't mad at you at all. Portia keep getting that product placement for her man's place of business, honey. First, she had him cater the belly cue, and now she down to the to his business and got a whole segment designated to her working that grill and putting the bacon around them daggone hot dogs, honey. And she ends up having a conversation with his mother. Now let me tell you something. I don't know about this situation because I think Mama overstepping a little bit. Because at first Mama was like, is there something you want to tell me? Now you know good and well Dennis went and told his mama she pregnant. Because she just kept saying, I mean, is something I should know? I mean, is it something that you need to tell me? I mean, is it something you want me to know? I said, she know you pregnant. He didn't told her, or she see it, or she feel it. You know, older women know these things, right? They got that intuition. So she probably know that you're pregnant. She probably just waiting for you to tell her that you're pregnant. But okay, cool. But then she gonna bring up that prenup again, talking about something. So have y'all talked anymore about the prenup? And Portia very nicely told her it wasn't none of her damn business. And you know what? It ain't. It's not. That ain't none of your business. Now, should your son be smart enough to get a prenup? Absolutely, he should. But I want you to stop acting like Portia don't have no money. Now, I don't know how much money Portia has, and I'm not saying Portia is a billionaire. But let's not act like Portia doesn't have a reason to want to get a prenup as well. Portia ain't no little trick on the street, working for minimum wage or whatever. Portia makes her own money. Now, again, I don't know who make more. I don't know what they tax income returns look like. But what I know is that Portia got enough people around her that's going to make sure that before she sign her name on a dotted line, especially since she got screwed in that first divorce, they're going to make sure that Portia's taken care of. And your son is going to be good. So I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about her keep bringing up a prenup. Like, I don't know about that one. That's a bit much. Now, this couples trip. Now, y'all remember last episode, Greg and Nene were hosting a couples trip. Well, here's the problem. Ain't no couples going. Mike Hill can't make it. I wonder if Mike Hill gonna ever be on the episode. That ain't through FaceTime. But Mike Hill can't make it. First he was coming, but then he couldn't come. Todd can't go. Todd's too busy opening up OLG gang restaurants all over Atlanta. He ain't had time. He can't go. Then we find out that Dennis couldn't go. Dennis done hurt his daggone leg playing basketball with Eva's man. So Greg and Nene decide, okay, well, fine. Since we can't do a couples trip, we're just gonna make it a girls trip. Because Greg was like, I really want the fellas to be there, so we just have to figure something out, and we'll do. I guess they're gonna put something together a little bit later on. Y'all know how this go down. Y'all know how it go. So we see that everybody packing. Cynthia's getting her fashions together, and we see Shamari is packing. Shamari got a stylist. Let that sink in. Shamari has a stylist. So anyway, he's helping her pack for the trip because she said, yeah, because I'm tired of them coming for me in my fashion. So you got to hook me up. You got to give me something fly. And I'm just like, and the stuff he was pulling out, I wasn't impressed with none of it. But again, I ain't a size 0 like Shamari, and I'm not a fashionista. But I wasn't crazy about, it was a few things that were basic, but I wasn't crazy about the whole, Anyway, but, and then we see Candy getting together. That daggone Riley is just as cute as she could be. She has really, really blossomed and coming to her own. I just want her, she got her mother's affect with that whole mumbling shit. I want her to open her mouth and enunciate her words and stop all that damn mumbling. But anyway, she also sounds a little bratty, but she always has been a little bratty, as far as I'm concerned. But not in a bad way, bratty. Like, she was talking about something, I want to go, I'm waiting for you to take me somewhere. And Candy was like, we just came back from Dubai. And she talking about something, that was a month ago. How often you supposed to go on a trip, girl? Anyway, but it's all in good fun. I don't think it was that serious. She was smiling when she said it. I don't think it's that serious. But she's just as cute as she can be. So all the girls are getting together. They meeting at Candy's house. Candy said, "Look, let them all meet at my house because it don't make no sense for us to drive all the way up to Nene's house to drive all the way back down because they're driving to Destin, Florida, which is about 5 hours from Atlanta." And so we see the ladies show up. Miss Portia had herself a great little conversation with Ace Honey. Ace was just as smitten with her as he could be, and Portia said, Katie, let's just go on and be friends so I can play with Ace. Because her and Ace were getting along really well. Ace is just as cute as he can be, too. And so all the ladies are showing up, and they doing what they do. You meeting up. Hey, girl, hi. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm ready for the trip. Oh, yeah. Greg talking about something, who gonna take care of me now that my boo leaving me, who gonna take care of me? And when it was time to go, y'all know Greg gave his little speech, honey. He done took over Candy's gold mic and start talking about something. I want you to learn something new about each other, something you didn't know before. Portia gonna say, well, everybody here got it. Some of these ladies got two faces, so that's gonna be a lot. He said, well, learn something about both sides. I said, I know that's right, Greg. You better take them lemons and make them into lemonade. And you better tell them to find something about both sides of them faces. But anyway, so the ladies, they get all ready to go. They get packed up in the van and they headed down to Destin, Florida. It's a 5-hour trip. So after about an hour and a half, they were bored. They decided that they were going to play Truth or Dare. And they came up with some cute little things. One was call your significant other and talk dirty. Poor Eva. Now, do I think Eva knows how to talk dirty to her man? I absolutely believe that Eva knows how to get down and talk dirty and lay it low. Do I think Eva was getting ready to do it in front of these ladies with a camera on her? Absolutely not. Remember, Eva knows how to play this game, but her fiance ran for public office, and he's probably going to do it again. So she going to play the game. She going to cash her little Bravo check, but it's only but so much she going to throw out there. Eva know how to talk dirty. Come on now, stop it. So then Candy gonna talk dirty. Now she did get a little low down and dirty, but then Todd heard the girls laughing in the background. He was like, "Babe, are you drunk or something? Babe, are you talking in front of the ladies?" And Candy said, "Dang on it, Todd, you can't play along." Then like one of them was suck the finger of the girl next to you, which happened to be Eva and Shamari. So Eva sucked Shamari's fingers, like little harmless fun. Then the question came up to Portia about Dennis and his love life. So once again, here go Candy talking about what she heard and who she heard it from and what she heard about. And that Dennis dated this woman and dated that woman, and it was really recent. And Portia was like, well, how recent? So Candy was like, about a month and a half ago. Portia was like, no. Because we have been in a strictly monogamous relationship for the last blah, blah, blah months. Candy said, but you were at with her other friend Shamari's birthday party, and you were with somebody else. And Portia gonna say, well, we were back and forth. We were kind of off and on. We weren't monogamous. Either you monogamous or you not. It ain't no monogamous. As of course, Bravo, they showed her backpedaling and pussy popping. They showed what she said. They said it was, and then they had the caption 3 minutes earlier. So it ain't even been a full 5 minutes and you backpedaling and pussy popping. At the end of the day, it's like this. When you first meet somebody and you got a couple of what they say, irons in the fire, you don't take all the irons out until you know that this fire right here is good to go. So probably in the beginning she had met Dennis, they were dating. But she still had a few little people here and there. She ain't take Dennis out in public because he wasn't ready yet. She ain't know she wanted him out there in public yet. So she took somebody that she knew, would be cool at the party, that everybody already knew. She ain't had to do no whole lot of introductions and all of that. Then her and Dennis got closer, got better, and all the other people fell away, and it's just her and him now. That's all she had to say. And I tell you what, that would probably quiet Candy down on a whole lot of this stuff too, because Candy keeps playing the timeline game. But if you say, hey, look, me and Dennis started dating, but it wasn't exclusive for a while because we weren't sure. That's all you gotta say. And then that's the end of I promise you it'll shut a whole lot of people up. It ain't a whole lot more to say after that. It's not a whole lot more to say after that. But anyway, so Portia and Candy, kind of again. Because Portia was like, Candy just can't wait to be messy. Well, yeah, but if you would just because your first reaction last week or the week before last basically was everybody got to pass, so what? That's what you just should stick with. Be like, well, Candy, everybody got to pass, so what? And I promise you that conversation would have been over in 2 seconds. All right, y'all. So we get to the house, and of course, there's some issues with the room because there's always some issues with these rooms and these bedrooms because everybody thinks they're fabulous and everybody wants the best room. But you know what it's like with these Airbnbs. They're going to be some really, really nice rooms that are fabulous, and then it's going to be some that are just okay. Every house can't be, every bedroom can't be a master suite. So Nene came up with this game. Everybody had to pick a number. Then they went and looked at all the rooms. They picked the number on the bus. Then they went and looked at all the rooms to figure out, I guess, who would want what room. Then the person with the first number had to pick a name. The person's name that they picked, that's who they decided who got what room. To me, that was a really convoluted way of doing that. And then you're forcing people to be shady, which I'm sure is probably what it was about. You're forcing people to be shady. Because they had one room that had bunk beds. And basically it was going to come down to who was going to get the bunk beds. Right? That's really what it was all about. What it was all about was who was going to get the bunk beds. Well, the new girl got the bunk beds, which is probably how it should be anyway. She new kid on the block. Haze her ass up. Give her the worst bedroom. Haze her up a little bit. You know? She new kid on the block. So she got the bunk beds, but poor Marlo just knew she was going to end up with them bunk beds, honey. She was not happy. Her and Candy, they were not happy about it at all. And Candy, the main person that they always talk about getting the best room in the house, she ended up getting the room she wanted anyway. So she was like, this is the room I wanted anyway. I ain't tripping. But wouldn't it have been just as easy, Nene, for them to just say, pick your name out of the jar and you pick rooms in the order that your name is pulled? But I'm sure that was the whole purpose of it, was to create a little shadiness, whatever. So then, we're having dinner, right? And the ladies are unpacking, doing their thing, whenever we're having dinner. So, they got to have a little shady dinner conversation. So Cynthia going to say, so Eva, how was your bachelorette party? Eva was like, it was cool. We had a good time. She said it was sort of, impromptu. It wasn't really planned, Portia said, well, I was invited a while back. So I don't know. And here go Candy, messy ass. Well, how can it be a surprise if you got an invitation? No, how could it be impromptu if you got an invitation a couple of months ago? Eva was like, well, I mean, and basically what Eva was saying was, look, I knew they was doing something, but it was supposed to be just a little small thing. Me and a couple of girlfriends, ended up being 12 of us. I didn't know it was going to be that big of an event. Then, of course, they were saying, well, you asked Nene to be at your wedding, but you didn't invite Nene to your bachelorette party. That was kind of fucked up. Now, I saw both sides of this one, too. Because they were like, well, you keep saying that Nene is like a big sister to you, and you asked Nene to speak at your wedding, but you didn't invite her to the bachelorette party. And Eva was like, well, Nene got a lot going on. I figured she'd be too busy. I didn't think she'd want to come and hang out at the strip club with us. Code word. What she was really saying was, I do think of Nene as my big sister, and I wouldn't have invited my big sister to come and hang out with me at the strip club. That's what she was saying. That's what she was saying. It wasn't a formal bachelorette party. It was Eva and a bunch of her girlfriends getting together, having one last fling. It wasn't that. And so, no, she didn't think to invite Nene because she didn't want Nene old ass on the trip. When people say, I think of you like a big sister, that's what that means. And Eva even went on to say, I respect Nene. I think of Nene, no, we don't talk every day. No, we're not like, bosom buddies and have to be on the phone every day. But I respect her. I respect what she's done. I see her hustle. And I do think of her like a big sister. And that's the relationship I have with her. And she was like, so no, it ain't the relationship that that Cynthia has or Marlo. And I ain't even trying to have that relationship. I don't want that relationship with Nene. I'm good with the relationship I have with Nene. But nah, I ain't trying to hang out at the strip club with Nene either. That's what that, if you read between the lines, that's what that was. But what I respect about Nene is that Nene said what she said at the table and said, well, I would have liked to have been invited. I probably wouldn't have come, Because again, Nene ain't got no interest in hanging out with them at the damn strip club. And with everything going on with Greg, she probably wouldn't have gone. But she said it would have been nice to be invited. And I can respect that too. And I can understand that that's how she feels. Like, hey, it would have been nice to be included in the conversation, but I probably wouldn't have gone. So I could see where both sides went. But it didn't get catty, which is what I think Marlo and Cynthia thought it was going to get. It didn't get catty. But Nene let it be known how she felt. That she did feel some kind of way about it. She was clear about that. But it didn't get catty. So then Portia said, well, I tell you what. Did we clear the air? Have we addressed everything that needs to be addressed? We didn't talk about Dennis and his women. We didn't talk about this situation with Eva and Nene. Anything else need to be addressed? So Shamari says, well, as a matter of fact, because earlier in the episode, I missed that part, her and Ronnie had a conversation about the whole Portia thing, and she's like, I don't know why Portia seems to have an issue with me. We grew up together, we know each other, but she be acting like I'm a stranger, and I'm just not really understanding. But Shamari said, well, me and my husband was having a little pillow talk, and, I just want to know why you seem to have an issue with me, Portia. Like, what's that about? And Portia, again, I've got to respect Portia saying, yeah, I really wasn't feeling you. In that moment, I did have a problem with you, and I really wasn't feeling you, and here's why. And she proceeded to let her know, look, I wasn't feeling you because I feel like you shaded me. I heard that you were upset with me because you felt like I shaded you with the whole who wore it best. She said, I wasn't shading you. You and Candy both had on red tops and white blouses. Red tops and white pants. And I was just playing, the whole who bitch stole my look thing. It was a joke. I didn't think I was shading you. She said the person that shaded you was Eva. And once again, Eva tried to act like she ain't shade her. Eva, you shaded her. You did. You played the game, you followed the rules of the game. But in the process of following the rules of the game, you shaded Shamari's ass with her fashions. Okay? You did. And again, Eva tried to do the... And I love me some Eva, but I ain't liking that whole Eva don't know what the fuck she talking about and what she's saying. Because this ain't Eva the diva. Yes, you do. You know what you said, Eva. And Portia said, Eva just don't even remember who she shade. She just be shading people that don't even remember it. Honey, Eva know what the fuck she doing. Y'all keep thinking Eva don't know what the hell she talking about. Eva know what the hell she talking about. Eva know exactly what she's doing. And she knows she shaded that girl. And then here go Marlo. She gonna say, well, Shamari, you are beautiful. There ain't nothing ugly about you. She said, but now your fashions could use some help. I said, I know that's right, Marlo. What I appreciated about this whole scene was that everybody stood in their shit, except for Eva. But you stood in your shit a little bit. A little bit. But everybody stood in their shit. And I can respect that to say, look, this is what I said. This is what I meant. Yeah, you're right. I didn't come over and give you a hug. I did shade you a little bit because I was in my feelings about that. I can respect all of that. Now, let's see how long this shit lasts where Portia talking about some shit on an alcohol cleanse, and that's why she ain't drinking no alcohol. Portia know that they probably ain't going to believe that. They probably ain't going to. You'd have been better off telling them that you was going to have surgery when y'all got back to Atlanta and you couldn't have no alcohol. Because to say you on an alcohol cleanse while you're on vacation, who the fuck go on an alcohol cleanse on vacation? Especially somebody who drink. Now, if you were Candy don't drink. But you drink, and everybody know you drink, and you drink a lot. Who the hell go on an alcohol cleanse on vacation unless they have to? See, that's what you should have said. You should have said, well, I'm having a little minor procedure when I get back, and the doctor said that I probably shouldn't drink anything while we're down here. So, But you want an alcohol cleanse? Nah, ain't nobody buying that. Anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.